all the way from the great state of California. Put your hands together for Mrs. Nicole Hammond!
She's not connected, just letting you know.
Other than my husband, almost nobody that can get me so jacked up and fired up than Mr. Craig Cotter. You guys, we are on movement. I'm so excited to be here today to train on one of my favorite subjects, which is home meetings, because it's really one of the most essential components to your success in network marketing. And I love it because that's where we got our start. It's actually where Mark got his start. And I'll never forget that day on June 10th, 2007. We were in a mess, you guys. We had our own real estate and mortgage company, and we were in the top 10 counties hit in the financial crisis and the mortgage crisis. And I was having a meltdown in our office parking lot, and I said to my husband, I don't care what you do, but you better give me my life back. Now that's not fair. That is not fair, because he did not create the mess that our economy was in. But at that moment right there, I needed him to be my provider. I needed to feel protected and secure, and I was just scared. And he said, babe, I've been invited to go to this home meeting tonight. Come with me. And I said, I don't have it in me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to go home. And he went to this meeting that night, and he caught a vision of network marketing, had never been exposed to it before, came home, tried to explain to me what it was, couldn't tell me anything, brought me to a meeting the very next night. I saw it, we got started, and Mrs. Jennifer Dowd said, you have to have a home meeting within the next couple of days. And so guess what we did? No, we had 2 home meetings in the same day. Actually, we had one meeting in our office, and then we had another meeting, we had that at noon, and then we had another meeting that evening at 6 o'clock in our home. And what we did was we decided to make sure that we could call all of our realtor friends, all of our lending friends, all of the people in the business, and we said, hey, listen, we've just found something that's going to really help us in this down economy, and we know it's going to be a great value to you. Come to our office tomorrow at noon, be there, make sure you bring your business cards because it'll be a great networking event for you, and also we're going to provide lunch. Now, we packed our office out, filled it up. You guys, we signed up tons of people. Several people said, you know what, I'm really interested, but I'd like to show my spouse. We said, great, be at our house tonight at 6 o'clock. Now some of those people said, oh, that's really short notice. We don't really have any way to be able to get a child daycare in time. And we said, hey, see, we were smart. We decided to eliminate all objections. We said, we've already hired a babysitter. Bring them over to our house. Make sure they have their swimsuit, their towel. They'll be in the backyard swimming with the lifeguard babysitter, and we'll be inside, so bring them. And you guys, we did. We had a meeting. We invited our friends and our family, and then those people left over from the business meeting that night to our house. In that one day, in those 2 meetings, we exposed over 60 people, and over half of them got started that day. Absolutely incredible. So you have got to have a home meeting, and the reason why is because it is the launching pad for your business, you guys. It is really what's going to help get you going. It's the grand opening, and my clicker's not working. I'm sorry, oh, there it is. I'm sorry, it is. It is the grand opening. It's a ribbon cutting ceremony of your business. If you're going to open up a salon or a restaurant or whatever, you would have a ribbon cutting ceremony, yes or yes? Yes. Of course you would. And you would invite everybody. It's the very best way to be able to expose multiple people. And the reason why you want to have a home meeting is because we, or the edified expert, can talk about you in a way that they really can't do that in a larger environment. And some of you are already saying, you know what, I've never had a home meeting before because my home's too small. You know what, bull crap. Seriously, you guys? We rode in the elevator this weekend with 15 people going up the flight up to the 6th story. You guys, I don't care how small your room is. Actually, the smaller the better. The more people you get crammed in there, the energy is absolutely incredible. But so, really, it's really good. So like for example, when I flew out to meet with the Riddles out in Oklahoma to do their grand opening, I was able to talk about them in a way that really couldn't have been able to do that in any other environment. And I was able to say, you guys know Billy and Tori Riddle. You know that they're very successful in the automobile industry. They've also had a ton of success in this industry, and I know that they can pioneer a market. That's why I've traveled from California to Oklahoma. Nobody can match their work ethic. Nobody can beat their integrity, and I know that they will match you effort for effort, and you would be crazy to not lock arms with them as they pioneer this area. You guys, they had 20-something people in their home meeting that night, and half of them got signed up. We can do that. It's really, really important that you have a home meeting. Now, when you are going to be inviting, you want to make sure that you're brief, you make it important, and that you over-invite. And the reason why you want to over-invite is because people are busy. Like currently, me and Mark, we are campus pastors. He's a successful realtor in town. We have 4 kids, 2 grandkids. I oversee the women's ministry for my church. I oversee it for 45 churches in my conference. And I'm also on the international board serving 107 countries of women's ministries. You guys, do you think we're busy? Yeah. So are your friends, and so are you. So sometimes the time doesn't work out, and you want to always make wins as soon as we can get together. But when you're inviting, you want to make sure that you are brief. 30 seconds, 60 seconds max is the longest that you can be on the phone, because if you are on there any longer, you're going to start answering questions, and you're going to lose. You're going to give up your power. And so I don't care if you have to set the kitchen timer, or have your husband or your spouse or your kids on the couch next to you, ready to beep in and do a call waiting so you can say, I have to take this call. But when you, and then you want to make it important as well. Make it important to you, create value for them. And so you can say, hey Denise, I know you're super busy and so am I. Listen, do you have 30 seconds? Wait, and then she's going to say, of course I do. And then I'm going to say, great, are you open to making money outside of what you currently do? Yes. Be at my house tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. It's just that simple, you guys. And listen, like every donkey has its carrot, right? Literally, like you know your people. So if you know what they're going through, if you had to say, hey, if I could show you a way to be able to bring your wife home, would it be worth an hour of your time? If I could show you a way to be able to eliminate a car payment, would it be worth an hour of your time? If I could show you a way to put your kid through college, would it be worth an hour of your time? Great, be in my house at 6 o'clock. That's it, okay? Just I need you to be there, it's really important. If you're like Mark, you just be like, dude, you know what? Be in my house, what are you doing? Cancel it, be in my house tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Have I ever steered you wrong? Other than that one time when we were teenagers? No, right? So just be in my house tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. It's just super simple. Mr. Arroyo already did an incredible job explaining that to us, you guys, but just get in there, make it super important to you and to them. If you let them know that you need them to be there, you know what, sometimes you might have to tell your friends, you know, hey, I've been there for you. When have I never been there for you? Just get them there, it's super important. Never, ever, ever cancel. Everybody say never cancel.
Never cancel.
Never cancel. If we gave you $1,000 for every person that was sitting on your couch, could you fill the room? Yes. Yeah. So you need to invite like your life depends on it. You need to invite like your business depends on it, because guess what? It does. It does. I can tell you that one time Mark and I were going to cancel. We had been in the business for a couple of months. We were having our very third presentation. We had Mr. Darren Dowd coming to our house. A little bit after 5 o'clock, our last cancellation happened. We called Mrs. Jennifer Dowd and we said, Mrs. Dowd, like, we need to cancel our meeting for tonight. And she said, why? And we said, because we've had our last cancellation. We can't get anybody here. Darren would be better served to go, spend the evening with somebody else on the team. And she said, no, here's the deal. When Darren put you on his calendar, he did it in pen, not pencil. He can't book anything else right now. You're up. You better get some tushes in the cushions, and he's on his way. And she click. That's what we heard. Click. No joke. Mark and I were like, oh my gosh. And we like needed a toilet, right? Seriously. But instead, we decided to go like knock on the neighbors' doors, and we called up everybody who had already told us no. And we said, just do us a huge favor. This top executive that we are trying to impress is coming to our house in 30 minutes. If no one's here, he's never gonna work with us again. Please be here. And we told our friends, like, we know that you already told us no. And to be honest with you, we don't really care because we don't want you in our business. But here's the deal. You owe us because we've been there for you time and time again. You're gonna play follow the leader. You're gonna be in my house in 30 minutes, and what you're gonna do is this. When I clap, you clap. When I laugh, you laugh. When I raise my hand, you raise your hand. When the meeting's over, go home. And that's exactly what we did. In 30 minutes, you guys, we had 14 people at our house. In 30 minutes. Wow. Now, Mr. Dowd passes out the rep agreements, and people start signing up, or they're asking questions, and we're like, well, they're just playing along with this. This is pretty good. And then they start signing up, and we're like, oh. And one of our neighbors starts leaving, we're like, hey, look, thanks a lot, Eric. It was great for you to come in. And he goes, oh, I'll be right back. I'm going home to get my credit card. We're like, oh, no, you don't have to do that. It's, like, you did us a huge favor. He's like, no, I want to do this. And we're like, if you knew him, he's negative Ned. And we're like, no, it's okay. But we're so grateful that he did, because he led us to Mrs. Laura Shank, you guys. And let me tell you what that meeting did for us. We got 9 people started that night out of those 14. 9 people started, okay? It was incredible. That meeting right there led us to mass momentum, carried us over to the next 2 promotions in our company. And little did I know that a little over a year after that meeting, how bad I was going to need that meeting that we almost canceled and said, don't come. Here's the reality, is that a year after that meeting, my dad was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. They gave him 4 days to live. Like literally, they said, we need hospice right now. There's nothing we can do. He's got days. We said, no. We've got money. So that's not an option. And so, really. And that's why I love what we're doing this health, you guys, is because we have health and wealth together. But we were able to I took off from my business an entire year because of not canceling that meeting. I had residual income, you guys. That is a power. Don't ever cancel. When you get on the books and before you leave here this weekend, you had better schedule at least 1 home meeting. No buts, no ifs, no excuses. Can I get an amen? Yeah. All right. Never, ever cancel. Now that you know how to get them there, I don't care what you have to do, just get them there. You want to make sure that you prepare your home so that it's an inviting spot for them, okay? You want to make sure that you set the mood, you guys. You want to make sure that you remove all distractions. So clean your house, get rid of the dogs and the kids, you guys. Put them outside. Well, not the babies, but some of them you got to put in the kennel, some of them you got to put outside. Or not the kennel for the babies. Put them in the crib, hire babysitter. You know what I'm saying, you guys, okay? Put some upbeat music on, kind of like what we just had here, just kind of like dancing to, you guys. Put light snacks out, keep it duplicatable, simple, popcorn, pretzels, water, no alcohol. We want sober silence. I tell you what, if I walk into your home meeting and there's alcohol, I'm walking out and you're up. I am not going there again. I've done that before and I will not do it again. So if you want me at your home meeting, you will not have alcohol there. Have your video and your paperwork ready, you guys. It's you. You're the associate. You're the business owner. So have it all ready. Don't expect the upline coming to provide it for you. The paperwork that you need to have is a sign-up sheet. You guys make sure that you have a place where your guests can sign in, put their phone number so that your upline can help you do some 3-way calls later on if needed. And make sure you have the 1 through 9 business overview in color, okay? And don't hand those out, by the way, until the edified expert begins to speak, because if you have them sitting around, people begin to look at them and they're not really paying attention, and then sometimes they form their own conclusion and they leave before the message is even given, okay? Have the monthly bonus promotion, have agreements and ink pens, you guys. Have a pen. Like, how do you expect them to sign it? Like, with their blood? That might be a good idea, huh, Catherine? But here's the deal. We don't collect those rep agreements, you guys. We walk them back to, there's just something psychological that happens when they begin to sign the paperwork out. Then we walk them to the computer or to their phone, have them sign up, you guys. Have the Prosper magazine there. It's great for edification to show who you're working with or who you're bringing up as a speaker, and have the launch sheet there as well. Super, super important. And then during the meeting, you're going to make sure that you have some responsibility as well. First thing you want to do is never apologize for no-shows, because if you invited 10 and only 2 showed up, they're going to be like, what am I, the sitting duck here? Because like you told them, I invited 10 people, but only 2 of you showed up. I don't know what happened. Well, that just sounds really lame, you guys, so don't do that. Be prepared to share your why. And here's the reality. I know how the meeting's going to go based on what you say whenever you open it up. Like, you have to have boldness, conviction, and you have to be able to convey the message of why you're doing True Not. They're your people, they're your friends, they're your family, they know you, they love you, they trust you, and just be real, you guys. If you're sitting there and you say, you know what, hey, like my credit sucks so bad, I don't know when I'm ever gonna be able to buy a house, but now that I have a team of experts working with me, I know it's in my near future. Or, hey, I thought I was gonna have to work until I died and die. I didn't even have any life insurance, but now I do, and not only do that, I have that, I have a retirement plan, and I know when I'm going to retire and what date I'm going to retire by, with how much, you guys, and I can't wait for you to learn that tonight. I don't care what you guys say. Be real. I don't care if you show emotion. Actually, it's kind of actually powerful. It begins to open them up, and they can kind of come into where you're at in that space. They can relate to you on a personal level. So do that. Introduce and edify the speaker, and then hand out the overview. Make sure that you participate with the speaker, you guys, but never interrupt them. Like, don't say, hey, don't forget to tell me about that one thing right there, because it's coming. Okay? It's coming. And then just remember to have fun, you guys. Have lots and lots of fun, because you are the thermometer for your meeting. Like, you're the one that's going to be able to gauge what's going to happen, so make sure that you keep it really, really exciting. Okay, after the meeting, make sure you turn the music back on, because we want to drown out negative Ned. Yes or no? Right? We do. Do you guys ever have that before? There's negative people there. Drown them out. Help sort the room and close the guests, and make sure you talk to people with enthusiasm, vision, and fear of loss. And basically, you need to say, this is what we've been looking for our whole life. This is absolutely it. Hey, listen, Denise, I'm doing this with or without you. You're my sister. I love you, and I'd way rather do it without you. But I am changing my life. Are you going to come along with me? Right? Make sure you let them know, like we're going to be able to travel the beaches together for free. Someone's going to pay for that. Seriously. Like, imagine, like, I'm going to be driving a sexy convertible Jeep. Do you want to be driving one with me? Right? So make sure you tell them we're going to have the best financial year of our lives. Hey, now we're going to have the best healthy year of our lives too, right? Let's do that together. Let them know I'm going to be with you every step of the way, and I love you too much to leave you behind. You guys, make sure that you're saying those bold statements, because they follow strength, not weakness. Make bold declarations. Let them know, I want you with me. Okay? There's 3 types of people in your room, you guys. There's going to be the red apple, the green apple, and the rotten apple, okay? The red apple is juicy. They're ready for the picking. They're ripe. Sign them up right then. Schedule the launch the next day. 3 days max, you guys. The sour apple, the green apples, they have questions, and that's okay. Get them as a customer if you have to. Answer any questions that you have. Get them to follow up at a next event, promote the very next event that you have, send them home with a video, with a magazine, although those are like gold, so make sure you get them back. It's really great for follow-up. And then the brown apple, you know, those are rotten apples. One rotten apple spoils the whole bunch, and then you have nothing but a pile of crap. And crap stinks. So get it out of the house, right? Let them know, I'm just so glad that you have all the time and all the financial freedom that you want in your life, but who do you know that doesn't have what you have? And get a referral, you guys. Ask them to be a customer at worst, you guys. So what I can tell you is that we are on a movement, you guys. We are on a movement. I'm not a master, but what I can tell you is that I have learned from the master who created the very biggest movement ever almost 2,000 years ago, and it's the biggest movement today. And what I can tell you is that he had some followers, and he said to them, don't leave here until the gift comes, so that you'll be empowered. And one day, they were all gathered in a room, like a home meeting, and the gift came. And they went out to share the message, and in one day, 3,000 people joined the movement. And then a couple of days later, Peter went to the beautiful gate with John, and they came across one broken man, one lame, broken man. And he said, he was looking for a handout, right? And Peter says, look at us. Silver and gold have I none, but what I give to you, I give to you in the name of Jesus. Get up and walk. And because of that, that man got up, he was healed, a great miracle happened, and 5,000 people joined the movement that day. But what I can tell you is I love how it goes from like this great big movement, kind of like right here, but then it goes to one. They're one by one. You guys, one by one person. We will change our world's economy one household at a time. We will reach the community one person at a time. And what I can tell you is that 10 years ago, when my husband went to a home meeting and he was there, and Mrs. Jennifer Dowd said, look at me. See, Mark wasn't a broken man physically. He certainly wasn't a broken man spiritually, maybe a little emotionally, but certainly financially. And she said, silver and gold have I none to give you, but I have a tool that will help you get that. But will you be coachable? Will you do what I say? Will you have a home meeting? Or 2, or 3? And that one man right there went on to impact thousands and thousands, you guys. And so what I can tell you is that you don't want to not have a home meeting because you don't know who you're going to meet there. You have the opportunity to look somebody in the eyes, to get connected in a way that really it just doesn't happen anywhere else. I think it's the most special way to build is in a home. And here's the reality, you guys. We have a message to bring to the world, right? Financial deliverance, right? People are hurting and crushed under the weight of debt. They're helpless, they're hopeless, they don't know what they're going to do, but we have the answer, do we not? Yes. So share it. Do it in the home, you guys. Like, we all want to go with this new launch right here. We all want to go reach another country. Yes or yes? Yes. But you better get good in your own home. You better get good in your own city. You better get good in your own community. You better get good in your own state before you think you can go to another country. You have to have a home meeting. Before you leave here this weekend, you have got to have something on the books. And I don't care if it's an executive coming or an FC or a 1-star. I don't care if it's the SVP coming. Don't ever cancel because you have no idea who will be there. Because I tell you what, when Mark went to that home meeting, he was only there with one other person and the girl almost canceled. I can't even imagine where our life would be right now if she would have canceled, because we would not have been able to be there. But when Jennifer Dowd said to Mark, look at me, she changed his perspective from going from just traditional business to be able to say, hey, I should try network marketing. And we did that. So you guys, I know that some of you out there have a stirring in your spirit right now that you say, I actually know I'm going to be used to be able to change a lot of people's lives. Some of you are out there just for yourself, and you know what, I hope that you get lucky. But some of you out there say, you know what, I know that I've been put here for a reason. I'm partnering with this company, I'm partnering with these owners because I want to yoke up with their vision. And if that's you, I want you to stand up on your feet real quick. If you say, I know that I'm going to be used, then I want you, if you can read this, I want you to read this with me, okay? Because this is my CEO thing that I made for myself. When I have bad days, I don't allow myself to go there. I read this. So read it with me. I was created by the Eternal One. I will conquer every obstacle. I can't entertain opinions of others, nor can I control everyone. I will contain my emotional outbursts on bad days. I will create exceptional opportunities for my team and commit to excellence and ownership. I will celebrate and educate my organization because I want to generate commissions for everyone willing to work. I am a champion empowering others, and I will change the world's economy one house at a time. I am a CEO. God bless.